Hi, I'm Dave Koch. Welcome back to my channel. Today and for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be focusing on some of the questions I get asked a lot, and they're tough questions. And to be brutally honest, you're not going to like the answers, and I am going to answer them, and I am going to be brutally honest. These are going to be questions like, how do I make the transition from real estate to Airbnb or luxury? How do you get clients? Things like that. The questions you should have had answered a long time ago. But these are not things that a lot of people will talk about, especially when you're first getting in and they won't give you direct answers to. What I hope to do here is give you some direct answers, albeit you probably already know the answers, and I'm pretty sure you're not going to like them. So in this first episode, we're going to look at how to get clients and how you can gain more clients. And the simple fact of the matter is nobody starts with clients. You have to earn them, and it's something that you gain over time. And it is quite appropriate that you don't have clients and that they're hard to get, because let's face it, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there. And there are a lot of photographers out there that are a lot more talented, a lot more savvy, and know a lot more people than you. So the first thing you need to have as a mindset is it's going to take a while and it's an uphill battle, but it can be done and it can be won even today in today's market, even if there are a lot of real estate photographers around. The important thing is to keep plugging away at it and to differentiate yourself in the market. So as I've said, you don't start with clients, you have to earn them. And that is a slow and gradual process. And that's pretty much what we're going to explore here in this video. And right up front, I'm going to tell you, there's no secret answer. None of the existing photographers have a secret method that they're using to steal clients from you or get them before you get them or anything like that. It is, unfortunately, just a slow grind, and you have to grind it out. And in a lot of ways, that's a positive for you as a new photographer. If you're just starting out in the business, you probably wouldn't last very long if you did have a lot of clients. You don't know how to shoot, you don't know how to edit, at least you don't know how to do that competently yet, and you're not very good at it, or you're slow at it, or a lot of other things. So one of the positive things I'd say is use the time that you have with no clients and use those to increase your skill level and what you're able to do. Spend time shooting a house, even if it's your own house, and shoot it in the morning and shoot it in the evening. So you're shooting at different times of day and with different light and light coming from different directions. And then edit those images and work hard at it. Now is the time for you to expand and build as a photographer. And if you're just sitting there going, I wish I had more clients, you're really not doing yourself or your future clients any good. Spend some time, work at getting better, and then when the clients do come, you will be worth their time and effort and ultimately what they pay you. So like I said, look at this as a training period. Spend some time and make yourself better. And that's going to benefit you a lot. Are you shooting every day? You need to shoot every day, whether you have clients or not. That's how you get good at it. That's how you practice. That's, to borrow a term from musicians, that's woodshedding. That's just getting better at what you do. And it's something very important for you to do. So I would suggest that you spend this downtime getting better. How long is this going to take? I would say 3 to 5 years. I would say that probably your first year, you're going to be lucky to have 3 or 4 clients at all. It's going to take a while to build up that base and to build up your skill levels. I came into real estate photography and I had over 10 years experience as a TV news photographer. I had worked professionally for a long time, and it still took me a couple of years to get to the point where I could afford to live on my income as a real estate photographer. So if you're coming into this with little to no experience, Yeah, you're going to be more at the 5-year point of this. I brought this up in my beginning real estate class, which you can get at rephoto.net. And, it's important that you know that although the potential is there to make a lot of money, you're not going to make it right away. You're going to have to set aside enough money to get through those first 3 or 5 years. And that's part of what you need to do when you're planning to be a photographer, is know there's going to be a lot of downtime and you need to be ready for it, and you need to be able to afford 2, 3, 5 years of no clients. So you're 2 to 3 years into this and you're thinking, well, I should have clients by now. Okay, yeah, probably you should. You should have a couple of 5 regulars. And then you should hopefully be getting new people in all the time. 1 client turns into 3, turns into 7, and things just grow that way. And that's how it works. You've probably heard a lot of other things that you can do. Let's see, there's the emailing, there's direct contact, showing up at a brokerage with a box of donuts or something like that. There's, ads on Google. And all these may or may not work. Go out, find your own way to get clients. You've got enough of a brain, hopefully, that you can figure this out on your own. But there is no fast track, there is no easy way. It's something that's just going to grow a little at a time. 3 people to 5 clients, to 7 clients, to 12 clients. Then all of a sudden you look around and you go, oh wow, look, I made it. Good for me, and congratulations. That's awesome. But just know, it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in a year. It's not going to happen in 3 years, especially if you're coming into this as a brand new photographer. So what do you do during this downtime? Well, maybe the first year, maybe the first 2 years, you can have a part-time or other job. But that's if you're serious about being a full-time real estate photographer, that's not a route you want to pursue. If you tell a realtor, if they call you up and say, hey, I need you Wednesday at 10 o'clock, and you say, I can't, I'm working my other job, then you will never be hired by that realtor again. You have to be available whenever and wherever they call you and ask you to be, especially when you're starting out. And there's no way around that. You have to make sacrifices to get that done. You're not full-time yet, but you're not supposed to be. Now, again, is when to make your mistakes and when to spend your time learning. So I cannot stress that enough. Spend your time woodshedding. Learn your camera. Learn lighting. Learn flash. Learn all these things. And when it gets really boring, do it again, because that's the only way you're going to get better, and it's the only way you're ultimately going to gain clients. So it's a grind, and there's no getting around that. But it will pay off if you stick to it. The people who you see falling by the sides, are the people who aren't 100% engaged, or they're not giving it their 100%. The people you see posting on the internet a lot with all their good jobs and all that, they're in their 10th, 12th, 15th year. They didn't just start this yesterday. And if you're in your first or second year, it's very unfair for you to compare yourself to where they're at. They're in a completely different space. But if you work hard and you focus and you learn and you continue learning, you can get there too. Just know it's not overnight. And none of the people that you're looking at and going, oh, wow, I wish I could do that, none of them got there overnight either. They've all had to work and work hard to get where they're at. So the bottom line, you want clients? Well, fine. Get out there and earn them. Earn them through your photography. Earn them through your skills. Earn them by showing up on time, well-dressed, and always doing what the client asks. That's the most important thing you can do. When somebody says, can you do something? The correct answer is always yes. So be friendly, keep grinding, and you will get there. But it is going to take time, and it's going to take a lot of work on your part. Nobody's behind you pushing you. This has got to come from inside of you. So that pretty much wraps up how to get clients. And like I said, you probably already knew this, and you probably didn't want to hear it, but that's the way. It's a long, slow grind. Anyway, I am Dave Koch, and thank you very much for watching this. If it helped you out at all, please like and subscribe down there somewhere, and may your next shoot be your best shoot.